Morning, everybody. Grab a cup of coffee and a donut or three, and let's do some switching. Well, good morning, everybody. It's Sunday, July 30th. I'm back home in Georgetown, at least for a day. Actually, it's Saturday, July 30th. Thank you for all your questions about the flooding. Where I'm at, we just got a lot of rain, but no flooding. So we're all safe and sound, and unlike the people in eastern Kentucky, unfortunately. So let's pick up with part 4, switching Ohio Firebrick. So all we have to do at Ohio Firebrick is pull the N&W boxcar, and that means we have to respot the Grand Trunk boxcar. So since I just have one car and a caboose, we're just dragging them with us, and that'll help me out a little bit later on. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some of the parts that I got to help detail Ohio Firebrick, and also a quick tour of my wife's garden. You're not going to believe how well everything is doing. She's really worked hard at it. I'll let Chance in. I'm only really home for like a day and a half. I got home last night at 8 o'clock Friday night. So I've already walked the dogs and done my laundry, and I'm just weed-eated around the house, but I mow basically 2.5 yards, so I've still got a lot more weed eating and a lot of mowing today. Luckily, it's going to be a nice day. So we're going to spot the N&W boxcar. The one that we're picking up. And just on the other side of Route 93, and then we'll reverse and respot the Grand Trunk boxcar. And that'll probably be about it for this session. Like I said, I'm really pressed for time. Gone 3 weeks in a row, just basically home on all day Saturday, so I'm trying to enjoy some layout time and film a little bit for you, but I've got a lot to do in a short period of time. So we'll pick up with the next part, which is picking up a car from Charrington Scrap. It'll be next Saturday. I am going to try to film a layout tour today. Basically, just going left to right, Chillicothe to Roadkill, describing the industries and showing everything. I had a request from somebody to do that, and I know I've sort of done it in the past, but probably need to update it. And this time I will title it appropriately so I'll be able to find it to refer people to it in the future. I have a bad habit of tacking stuff onto the end of the videos, and then I can't find it when I want it. So I've got over 400 videos now, counting the G scale and the real trains. I told my friend Frank pretty soon I'll have one video for every subscriber. So, but I enjoy it. Alright, so we're going to leave the covered hopper and the caboose there now, and because we have to run around both of those. So now we're going to go pick up the N&W boxcar, and I'll probably just cut the video off after we get up next to, before we switch Charrington scrap. So I have to push back down south a little bit to get to clear the switch. So as soon as we pull up and stop the switch Charrington scrap, I'll end it here, and so I'll show you a little bit more, a couple things anyhow, before we pick up next week. A real heavy dew this morning, so I have to wait quite a while before I can mow. I have weed eated, so I'm at least have that part done. All right, we'll pick up here in the next session. So this is the picture I showed you the other day. As you can see, there's all kinds of stuff on pallets, all down through here. Now I've got a bunch of bricks I sort of staged down through here, but I need to really sort of junk this up. And so I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I bought to try to sort of fill that area in a little bit. Here's what I'm going to use to try to fill this area in, just like was in the prototype. So this stuff here is from N-Scale Architect. These are some brick carts, and these are also some like brick carts too. And these are some bags of stuff, because there's all kinds of stuff piled up on the in this area right here. Now, Ohio Firebrick did not have a railroad system like N-Scale Architecture has, this like little 30-inch gauge thing. Some kilns did. They had everything had like a little railroad system, sort of like lumber yards used to do, the big old sawmills. They'd put lumber on these carts and they'd push them around, and they so it was just like a little hand-operated rail system. Ohio Firebrick did not have that. They had a like a rubber-tired a little vehicle that they would use to pull carts around to move from the kiln to the loading dock. But I'm going to paint. I've got part of it painted. I need to paint the wheels and everything. Where they're going to be at, you're not going to be able to tell they have flanges on them or anything or not, but they'll be scattered around in here. I'll probably put some of them inside. Let me move the camera a little bit. I have an opening right here. I'll probably put a couple of these carts in there. I've got an opening down at the other end. I'll probably stage a couple things in there too, but that's how I'm going to fill up the area to make it look as cluttered. Also, I have bought a bunch of gold metal chain link fence. I think gold metal is the best chain link fence in my opinion. Ohio Firebrick actually had a fence that ran along all the way in front of the loading dock, had gates here that they had to open. So I'll have gates just like I do an ITT Grinnell, and then it'll come on down and go back there and it'll go completely encircle the brickyard, the chain link fence. I may have a couple other little buildings like in here. I don't know yet, but I need to have some kind of visual separation between, you know, Cedar Heights clay and Ohio Firebrick. So my plan was to just put like a line of trees, like, you know, on the fence or something. Just put a line of trees so they're not just like side by side. In real life, the flipped Ohio Firebrick was actually on the left, Cedar Heights clay was actually on the right, and they're maybe, I don't know, half a mile apart, something like that. So that's what I'll be working on when I get back home. I am going to take these details with me to Princeton and paint them in the hotel room. That's where I painted these. Now I need to airbrush these little carts here because they're etched metal. So I have to get the airbrush out for that, but I just brush painted this other stuff. So, but I'll be working on those pallet loads while I'm in Princeton this week. I'm going to give you a quick tour of my wife's garden. Like I said, this is a little, we call it a memory garden because actually I have 2 cats and 2 dogs buried there. So, but this is the raised bed that I built her. And as you can tell from the last time I filmed it, everything has taken off. We've got tomatoes and peppers coming in. Here we've already got some ripe tomatoes off of it. But the main thing I wanted to show you is these pumpkins are pretty amazing. She's got some great pumpkins. Tried it last year, she didn't have any success. We got there's some kind of pumpkin bug or something that gets in the vines and the vines die. They eat it out from the inside, but we've got what, 4 really good pumpkins right now. So she's done a great job. She loves the garden, and she just takes a lot of pride in it and spends a lot of time out here. So I don't know if I've ever shown you, this is the backyard, sort of a little floating pool here. And then behind us we have the power line right away, so no one can ever build behind us, which I really like. Makes it easy to get rid of grass clippings and stuff too. And that's the shed up there where I keep my trains at, and lawnmower and that kind of stuff. So I hope everybody enjoyed the operating session and the plans and the tour of the backyard. Everybody stay safe.